beauty of Everywhere at the End of Time by the Caretaker. So, this album, or these albums, is every single album is a different part to the sort of story this author, the Caretaker, is trying to tell. The everywhere at the end of time is meant to be a sort of simulation of dementia, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of put you through that experience of what it feels like to kind of start to forget everything. And it's because of that the series is so hauntingly beautiful. Today, I will be going through part A of this album, reviewing every song and adding my own opinions to it. So, it's just a burning memory. That is the first song on this first album. Stage 1 is called by the artist. Listen to the song. It was soothing, but yet creepy, if that makes sense. So the song is essentially a repeated loop of itself. It feels old, like in a creepy old, like going into an old abandoned house. That's kind of what it feels like. And I'm not sure if it's from previous encounters with the song, because typically when the song plays in like a TikTok video or something, it's meant to be creepy, or I don't know if it's that or if it's just the song. It's very easy to memorize though, and the trumpet plays a huge part into making the song. We don't have many days. A2. The song isn't a trumpet anymore, it changes into piano. So it's something you'd hear played by someone who kind of got on a piano in a movie. It stays with that looping theme and kind of reminds me of Mr. Rogers in a way. It makes you feel adolescence rather than unsettling like song 1, but the difference between the two is that song 2 starts to get repetitive. So it's not an easy listen as much as song 1 would be. Late Afternoon Drifting, A3. It stays with that same looping theme. It uses piano like song 2. But the difference between song 2 and song 3 is that, compared to song 1, is that it feels like song 2 and 3 make you feel like you're grasping onto something while trying not to let it go. It feels like you kind of have it. It feels like the tip of your tongue syndrome. It doesn't, it's like right there, but you can't get all of it. It's a fine song, but it's really short when referring to the sort of snippet it plays over and over. It's not bad, it's just, it's too short to get into. It's a type of song you'd play to kind of put your mind at rest. The thing about this song compared to the last two is that at some parts it fades, but then comes back. Kind of like like I said earlier, like the tip of your tongue theory. It's right there, but you can't quite get it. Childishly French Eyes, A4. So in song 4, A4, they're going back with the trumpets. That's sort of same thing we saw in song 1. It loops in a way like the same as the other 3, but it's in a way where you think it's a continuous song rather than a bunch of loops. Um, I mean, arguably, it's one of my favorites in this from this track alone. Um, it's calming, even with a loud trumpet and a kind of glimpse of piano, like song 2 and 3. It kind of sets your mind at ease, and I think that's why it's one of my favorites. It's not eerie, not comforting, but rather just nice to listen. It kind of makes you feel happy if you listen to it. Bewildered, A5. So it's a lot quieter, not as powerful as like 1 and 4, and it's not as calming as 2 and 3. It sounds more like lost footage rather than an actual song, and you can hear movements that aren't from the instrument. It's like someone's moving a camera. It makes me feel unsafe, but at home, if that makes sense. Kind of like a bonfire, you know. It does the same thing as the last 4 songs, a loop, to kind of keep that theme. Things that are beautiful and transient, A6. So the last song of the A category, it being the longest, it's calming. It gives like an edge of the universe vibe. The loop isn't as noticeable, and the difference between between song 6 and song 5, it's more calming than unsettling. Some parts sounds like the artist stumbles and forgets the next note, but overall, I think that's just what the artist is trying to make you feel, that you have the note, but it's stuck. Moving into track B. All that follows is true. B1. You can hear glimpses of A1 as well as song 4. Kind of like they're being mixed together. It's as if the mind is kind of trying to force memories into your head. It's nice, something you could fall asleep to, but the trumpet, it kind of shakes because it's kind of shaky. It's not as smooth as before. I feel like I can compare this song to like roasting marshmallows, if that makes sense. It still loops, which is the common factor in all these songs, but to describe it, it sounds like song 1 if told to describe it to someone after listening to the first time, and then the end kind of makes it sound like you're forgetting a memory. Song Inaudible Equinox B2. It sounds like an entirely new song, nothing like its original. Still soothing, doesn't make you feel the same way that 2 did. Gets repetitive. It's a little creepy while also being depressing. I mean, honestly, not much to say about it. It's the same loop, small loop that kind of A2 had. It's a little bit boring. Quiet Internal Rebellions, B3. So it's the same thing with B1. Or it's kind of the same sort of essence with B1. It reminds me a bit of Frank Sinatra. The trumpet really brings this song together, but the difference being between this song and the others is that it sounds like there's multiple instruments playing at once. It sounds sort of uneasy, like something you'd see out of a ghost film. Nonetheless, it's the same as all the other songs. Like you'd hear in a ballroom. There's a part that repeats, it's noticeable, unlike some of the other songs in B. It's a good listen, especially if you want a sort of nostalgic feel. The Love of My Entire Life, B4. It's got the same, goes along with the same looping theme. Unlike some of these songs though, it resonates more with previous A2 and A3, as it has like a short, continuous melody. It makes you feel sad, kind of like you've heard it before and you're never gonna see it again. It's hard not to love though, because of how peaceful it is. Kind of the same thing with song 3, repetitive, not much to say about it. To each other's eyes, B5. It sounds original, nothing like the previous songs. There's a multitude of different instruments present in this track. It kind of gives off a song you'd you see in a silent film. It's more cheery and less gloomy than all the other songs in this album. Like kind of like a Christmas theme is sort of the best way to put it. It's definitely up there on this track as one of the better songs. It creates this idea that you can still remember more than what you think you can. Other songs have a continuous loop with typically only one instrument. This one has multiple in a much larger sort of tune before it decides to loop again. I think that B5 is arguably a really good song on its own, even if it didn't have this album. B6, My Heart Will Stop Enjoying. B6 is the shortest of the B track, unlike the A, where it was the longest. In my opinion, it is absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite song, hands down. It could bring a tear to your face. That's sort of how good it is. The trumpet to start gives a sort of nostalgic feeling. It makes you sentimental. It gives off a sad tone, but in a I lost your type of tone, not a grieving tone. It's like it's meant to relive your memories rather than mourn the fact that there won't be anymore. It's a song to listen after a breakup or loss of someone. It puts you in a good mood inadvertently, and just makes you think. It's a philosophical kind of song. This song, even though there is a loop, really gives all it can for a 2-minute segment, and in the end it fades out, kind of like there's just nothing to remember. I think of this album, B6 is my favorite, kind of along with song B1. They both have like multitudes to it. They have layers. Both of these songs aren't meant to just be taken at face value. They're meant to be kind of explored in your mind. And I think that's what I love so much about them. So that's my review of Everywhere at the End of Time, Stage 1 by The Caretaker. If you do end up listening to it, let me know what you think. Do my descriptions kind of match with what the songs make you feel like? I think that the sort of Everywhere at the End of Time series is amazing, and all these songs, even without that sort of second meaning, are incredible on their own. You should 100% give a listen to it. It's hauntingly beautiful. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Thank you for watching. If you like this sort of content, subscribe, like, I'll make more. I'm probably going to continue this with Stage 2 when I get to it. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.